are you looking like that? Squeaky, squeaky. I look like a super goth girl in the middle of the woods. Hey guys, Nika here with your daily neuro nugget. This is not our typical neuro nugget. What does that mean, Nika? What's a neuro nugget? Okay, it literally means you have brain cells left, right? So bear with me because I am literally, guys, in the middle of fucking nowhere. Literally in the middle of fucking nowhere. In the woods. In an abandoned cabin. Well, sort of, kind of. Because we came up here to play with our pew-pews and chuck in our land. We don't have much. It ain't much, but it's honest work. And honestly, I'm just watching the rest of the chaos, commotion, vomit-inducing, motion in limine, yesterday's court hearing, disturbing, disgusting. So again, if you guys are just coming in, bear with me. I will try to do my best to keep up in the chat. And what the fuck was that shit all about yesterday? I finished watching, finally, everything that took place yesterday. The chaos, the commotion. Do you guys think, are you getting the same vibe that I'm getting from Judge Hitler? I mean, Freudian slip, Hippler. Are you guys getting the same vibe? Because there is this body language that I'm picking up from him that he really wants Ann Taylor out of there. He wants her off of that case. He wants her off. He doesn't want her there. And that's beside the point of the other body language, which I covered in yesterday's live, right? Because again, if you didn't watch yesterday's live, communication is literally 70 to 90% body language, right? You can spew a whole lot of bullshit out of your mouth, but if your body language doesn't match, you're kind of full of shit. But not only that, he actually literally threatened to disbar Ann Taylor. You're fired. You're fired, Ann Taylor. You're fired. Okay, that's what he wants to do. And what did Judge Taylor, what did, she should be the judge, actually. Judge Ann Taylor would make a great judge. Judge Hitler, what did he say in the very beginning? I am not happy to be here. Why start with an untruth? Bitch, please don't make me choke on my Captain Crunch, bitch. I don't give a fuck about his emotional feelings towards the case. He should have kept his mouth hole fucking quiet. I don't care how he feels about the case. And that was the beginning of the fucking red flags for me from Judge Hippler. Why are you telling me already how you feel about this case? You are supposed to be the judge. You are supposed to have some self-control over the courtroom. You are supposed to remain as unbiased as fucking possible. Not waltzing in there with your stupid ass shiny robe that, by the way, you don't respect. We know that, Judge Hippler. You don't respect your fucking robe. By the way, Judge Hippler, we know that you're a piece of trash, literally human shit, because we know what you have done in the past. We all know, baby. I talked about it before. Okay, this is your first live here, and you don't like the swearing. Don't tell me. Go away. Go away. We know that he has sided with corrupt politicians and corrupt cops in the past, right? I have covered this before in the other case where cops, you know what they were doing. If you didn't watch that video, go watch it. I'll try to pin it in the description if I have signal here. I'm in the middle of the freaking woods. He knew that what the cops are doing were corrupt, and he still sided with them. And we know that Judge Hippler doesn't want to be there. Is it because it's exposing his misogyny? Is it because being on such a massive case is exposing his incompetence? Is it because being on a world stage on this case, Idaho versus Mr. Koberger, is exposing his lack of knowledge? Okay. He's literally incompetent and biased, heavily biased. And now he's threatening to disbar Ann Taylor. What did she do? Well, you are just making shit up. You have no proof, Mrs. Taylor. You have no proof, Miss Taylor. How the fuck is she gonna have proof if the state is hiding snippets of what Ann Taylor needs to defend her client? How is she gonna have it? You know how she knows that that information is missing? She knows because she has one of the best forensic scientists, one of the best experts on her side, Cy Ray. Okay, Cy Ray has been one of the best for 30, close to 40 fucking years, okay? Do you think it's weird? Be honest with me in the chat. Do you think it's a little fucking weird when a judge, like Judge Hippler, starts calling the expert out? Does he think we're not noticing the shadiness? Does he think that we're not asking questions like, why are you talking shit about Cy Ray? Why are you calling him a conspiracy theorist? Again, whether you believe that Koberger was involved indirectly or not, it doesn't matter. Okay, this is, I mean, it matters. Obviously, it matters. It obviously matters, okay? This is larger than that. Again, the judge is supposed to be fair, unbiased, hide how he feels towards whoever. And when we have a judge trying to discredit somebody who has worked with and for law enforcement, has trained police officers across the globe, FBI agents across the country, US Marshals, DEA agents across the country, and we have a judge trying to discredit him in this one fucking time, because every other time, oh, Cy Ray is a big, awesome, bad bitch. He's a badass. Yeah, when he works for the state, right? When he works for the state. Go, Cy Ray, go, go. Woo, woo. When you're on the state side, but when now Cy Ray is willingly volunteering to help Ann Taylor, oh, no. You were a badass before, Cy Ray, but don't fucking come siding with the defense, because you're obviously a fucking conspiracy theorist. Okay, make that shit make sense. Like, does he not think that we can see through the bullshit? And it's not a good look, because it's coming across like he is bought and paid for. Oh, Nika, but you're an idiot. Oh my God, you know nothing about how the courts work. Bitch, I was in the military. And by the way, I have been in military courts myself. Okay, I know all about how courts work. And let me tell you, if there is someone that has the ability to be bought and paid for in a fucking courtroom, it is the damn judge, bitch. Okay, so don't try to tell me how shit works. I know, motherfucker. I know. And I know you guys know in here. Like, well, I'm going to say 95%. Some of y'all, I don't know what the fuck you are on, bitch. You need a halt. You need a halt, bitch. You need to wake up. You need to stop taking whatever you're taking and wake up. Because some of you love to live in Delulu land, right? Nika, are you off your medications? Bitch, I don't take medications, okay? I don't need any, but maybe you do, I don't know. Some of you love to live in Delulu land. Y'all are delusional as fuck. But Nika, a judge would never Judges are there to do the right thing, to do the ethical thing. They would never do the wrong thing. They're the most ethical being in the world. They're not gonna side with anybody. They're judges. That's why they get the sexy Judge Victoria's Secret robe. Because they do the right thing. They're good human beings. Okay? What? Okay, if you really think that that's how the court works, if you don't understand that people, including judges, are flawed, that they can be bought and paid for, that this case is much larger than we thought, right? When you follow the money, where do we end up? We end up in they need somebody in jail ASAP, because if not, there's a lot of money on the line. And I'm not even gonna get into the videos that I made 2.5 years ago. All those millions of dollars that were donated by politicians. Do you guys remember that? Okay. Do you guys remember that? Oh my God. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, super sticker. Thank you. Appreciate it. Question everything. Question the judge, who is obviously biased, who is obviously threatening Ann Taylor to be disbarred. You do know that you could be disbarred for that, right? And not only that, he's saying it with a fucking smirk. Like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. When we know damn well that the person who should be disbarred is who? That's right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, children. Trashley Jennings. Woo! Second biggest piece of human trash in that courtroom, right? And by the way, I don't know who is. I thought I heard a wolf. Sorry. I don't know who is attending to these court hearings. I can't tell. Why do they have fucking cameras that are from 1975, for God's sake? Okay, didn't we supposedly spend millions of dollars on this case already? Who's pocketing this money? Because why are the cameras blurry as fuck? Where is this money going? I want receipts, motherfucker. And I also want you guys to know, because I literally, again, I'm in the middle of the woods. I'm supposed to be playing with my pew-pews and enjoying nature. And I'm over here like, my brain, my neurodivergent, poor little brain needs to talk about this case. Because if what I just read, I was scrolling through messages and you guys are telling me that there's shit going on. I don't know if A.R. Hayes attended. Let me know in the chat. Did he attend? Because allegedly A.R. Hayes attended to that Limine court hearing. I haven't been able to keep up with him, but brother, if you're out there, stay safe. Please stay safe, because what I just heard about the Gonsalves allegedly getting the cops on some woman. Is that a rumor? I don't know. I just read it in a comment. Maybe it's a rumor. But if it is true that the G family, and I will pronounce their fucking last name however I wish to pronounce it, so stop fucking correcting me. You know what? You know what I should do? I should mispronounce it just to trigger you. The Goncalves, the Gonsalves, the Gonzales, the Gonzales, Zales, Calvies, Goncalves. Okay. That allegedly, rumor, theorizing from the messages that I've read, that they are out there keeping their eyes on everybody that is sitting on that side of the court, on the side of Mr. Brian Christopher Kohlberger. Is that true? Is the G family, the army of hate, are they keeping tabs on our people? Right? So yes, so AR, please, AR, if you're watching this, let him know I send my love. And please pray for everybody in that courtroom. This is a case where people are a little cuckoo, emotions running high. They are too emotional. And look, I look emotional here, right? Look, my veins are popping out. I look emotional. But as soon as the camera goes off, I know how to compose myself, baby. Gotta put that psychology 4.0 degree to use. Okay, but a lot of people, when they're talking about this case, they do not know how to self-regulate. That can lead to very dangerous people or normal people doing very dangerous things. So please, AR, if you're watching this and everybody else who's sitting on that side of the courtroom, pray for them. Make sure that they're staying safe. For God's sake, please. Because if what I just read is true, that the G-Fam is keeping tabs on all the people in that courtroom and that they allegedly got some woman, I don't remember what her name goes by, that she was sitting on that side of the courtroom. Supposedly that they sent the cops after the court hearing is over. They sent the cops over because they allegedly lied and said that she was throwing little hearts on camera. I didn't see anybody in the background throwing little hearts on the camera. Did you? Did you? And again, this is just something I read in the comment. I'll try to pin it somewhere. What the fuck? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Was there somebody actually doing hard hands? Was there somebody actually doing hard hands? I don't know. I did. She did, and she did fist pumps. Oh my Lord. Really? See, I don't. When I'm looking at the background, it just looks blurry as fuck to me, but I also have really bad vision. Is it true that this lady that was doing hard hands got talked to, got swarmed by cops? AR made the meeting. Yes. What's wrong with that anyways? AR Hayes, he's amazing. Yes, hard hands. Noodles, is there a reason somebody getting stabbed in the face? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But either way, did somebody get bombarded by cops post hearing? I don't know. Is that against the rules? Is that against the never saw her swarmed? Okay, then maybe that's just a message or a comment. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, if you're on that side of the court, sitting on BK's side, just be careful. Again, a lot of people, very emotional case. You know, I agree. Crafts and crime, I agree. The hard hands, does it really matter? I don't think so. But I don't know. I just wanted to get this off my chest because I'm still really disturbed by the rest of the hearing that I finished watching today. And I'm like, I mean, what is going on? He's literally threatening to disbar Ann Taylor. I took that as a threat. He's threatening to disbar her when really he should be focused on disbarring the person who is hiding the exculpatory evidence, which is Trashley Jennings. Why is Hippler protecting Trashley Jennings? Why is that going on? It looked like BK had a lot of supporters. His family is not allowed, which I don't agree with. Which is BS, right? Cyree has his own business. Yeah. AR Hayes said BK looked good and healthy, not at all like his selfie. Again, it's hard for me to tell because when I'm looking through these 1984 cameras that they have installed in the courtroom, to me, it just looks really blurry. I just see like everybody looks kind of pale and washed out. So it's hard to know unless you're there in person. But if our brother AR Hayes was there, please go support him. It is amazing that he's doing this. I wish I had the time and energy and resources, right, to go be able to do that. So I pray that he is gathering all the information. And I'm very happy to hear that Brian Koberger is healthy because this is honestly a very stressful situation. Most people would probably be falling apart physically and mentally, right? So, I don't know. 1984 Motorola cameras for real, right, Vic? So, I mean, we have to ask questions. We have to talk about what we are seeing with this judge. Does he really expect us to not question the fact that he is openly siding with the state? And it doesn't matter because he could be siding heavily with Ann Taylor and I would still question it. Like, why are you siding with anybody, bitch? You're literally supposed to be like a tree stump, okay? You just sit there looking cute in your robe, and then you just, use your other little tree stump, your mini tree stump. You sit there like a tree stump with your mini tree stump. That's all you do. Okay? You ask questions, yes, but you don't go out there and side with anybody. BK better sue everyone. And look, honestly, honestly, right? Honestly, I'm trying my very best to be optimistic, because I've always said since the very beginning that I'm a big believer that the truth always comes out. It always does. It always does. Sometimes it's too fucking late, though. Sometimes it's too damn late. And we don't want the truth to come out when it's too fucking late. Because then, this is the DP case. And people are saying, well, it's the defense, or it's the state. The state is grasping at straws. The state is grasping at straws. The state just is trying to use Kohlberger because he has autism, and he's a little OCD and has some anxiety, and they're trying to get the DP off the table because he has the autism. But how can you have the autism and also have the PhD? It doesn't make sense. Okay, that's not what this is about. That's not what she's trying to do. That's not what she's trying to do. Yes and no, right? She's trying to say that people are going to read him wrong. And it's true, okay? We neurodivergents, we get read wrong all the fucking time. Okay, when I'm over here playing with my hair, okay, this is literally a self-soothing mechanism that a lot of neurodivergent, especially women, have, because it's more socially acceptable, right? But when I'm doing this, or when I'm moving my body, people are like, oh my God, Nika's on hardcore pharmaceuticals or something. Sorry, babe, I'm just neurodivergent, bitch. Okay, so yes, there comes a risk with putting this man with autism for the world to be judged. That's also why she's trying to get that video removed when he was pulled over, and he's being his super nerdy self. He's literally me. No, he's not, but like I can see parts of myself in him because the neurodivergence, right? And when he's getting pulled over by the female officer at that intersection, he's like, so how am I, when I get pulled over, like, how am I supposed to, like, pull over, like, at the light? Like, what if this were to happen? Like, then what do I do, Like, what am I supposed to do? He's literally just asking questions, and he sounds a little nasally. And Aunt Taylor is trying to get that removed because what neurotypical see, most neurotypical see is like, well, why the fuck is he asking questions? He literally should just shut the fuck up. He literally just needs to be quiet. A normal person, a typical person would not be questioning the cops. Okay? Why is he fucking questioning? He obviously is narcissistic. He's obviously a sociopath for asking questions. No, bitch, she's just neurodivergent. So yeah, she's using autism because what are neurotypicals gonna do? And that's like 99% of the population. They're gonna throw him under the fucking bus because they don't understand the body language. I'm trying to remain optimistic, but at the same time, I'm listening to everything that is coming out of this stupid bitch's mouth. Right? Hippler. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. It's looking like somebody here is about to get railroaded. And it's not going to be the roommates, right? It's not going to be anybody else. Did they ever even look at Sigma Chi? Sigma Chi is a little sus to me. It's like, we're just going to pretend that a few days before the crime, they weren't all over social media posting pictures of K-bars and balaclavas. Because they were doing that, right? But we're just going to pretend that didn't fucking happen. Yeah, let's just pretend that didn't happen. Let's pretend that Buddy, the dog, was unalived. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Let's forget that Buddy was unalived and skinned and left in the middle of the fucking street. okay? As somebody who holds a master's degree 4.0, and I love to rub it in because some of y'all get so bent out of shape, that is a sign of a psychopath. Yeah, people who like to hurt animals and skin them, that's a really fucked up person. It's a really fucked up person. But let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the guy that was breaking, or whoever was breaking into girls' rooms and stealing their panties, right? We're not going to talk about that. We'll pretend it's a rumor. Let's not, let's keep our hopes up. Look, I don't want to make this all negative, right? Let's keep our hopes up. I'm trying to remain optimistic. Cy Ray always has sided with the prosecution, or with the state, has helped in hundreds of cases, has always been a star expert witness. And now suddenly, for the first time in his life, he's working for the defense. And for the first time in his life, he's being called a conspiracy fucking theorist. Okay? That's a problem. So, ask questions. Yeah, keep your hope up. Try to remain positive. But I always say plan for the worst. And I'm hoping that because Ann Taylor and Alyssa and Cy Ray and Bika Barlow as well, my God, that woman's resume is amazing. Okay? They have such an incredible team that they can do a lot. They can expose a lot of the darkness that is happening in the courtrooms. And look, honestly, let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you disagree. But I honestly think that this has been going on. And for us, crime sleuths or YouTubers or whatever you want to call me, who have been keeping track of our politics and court cases for decades, we understand this is a problem. It always has been. Thank goodness for people like you who have some fucking common sense. And thank goodness for social media. Because we're literally here. I don't even know what time it is right now. And I'm just talking to you guys. Like, you guys are all over the place. All across the world, probably. And we're able to talk about the dark, sinister shit that is going on. So, because of small channels like mine and others that I have mentioned in the past, like I love, you guys know who I love. We are able to talk about this more, and this brings more attention to the problem that has been happening for fucking ever. And that is what? That is that we have allowed dirty fucking cops, dirty fucking judges, dirty politicians to get away with shit for way too long. We need to expose them. That's literally what we're doing here. So is it safe? I don't give a shit if it's safe or not. I honestly don't. I've had so many people, Nika, you need to wear makeup, like heavy clown makeup, and like cover your face because it's not safe. I don't give a fuck. Okay? When you literally are afraid of these people, that's what gives them power. I'm not gonna hide behind clown makeup and fog like some of you guys have told, like, you want me to do that. That's not my thing. If there's other YouTubers out there that's their thing, okay, so be it. I'm not judging, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm out here literally bare fucking faced right now. We're here to expose the shit. That at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So make sure that you're sharing these videos with your loved ones, especially if they are keeping track of the IDAHO4 case, because this is just a microcosm of what's actually going on in courtrooms across the country. Okay, I know that you guys have watched other cases. I know that you guys have kept up on the Delphi case, amongst others, right? So I've also had, I saw somebody just ask me about my zodiac. I never answer that question because I'm a very private person. Okay, I don't like telling people they don't need to know what month I was born. They don't need to know. I don't know who's hiding behind the keyboard. I'm a very private person. All you guys know is that I have ADD. I'm in a dark cabin in the middle of the woods right now with my pew-pews on my husband. That's all you need to know, right? So maybe one day when I get to know you guys in person or whatever, maybe I'll tell you in person or something. Because he has a nasally voice, Happy Hounds. I'm just playing with him. I think it's funny because to me he has like a very polite, nerdy, nasally voice, right? But other people are like, oh my God, he's obviously a serial unaliver. With that nose, with that voice, he sounds narcissistic. How dare he question the female police officer, right? So, question everything, guys. I've been here for far too long. I'm going to go make dinner. See you guys soon. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. If you think that Ann Taylor is going to be disbarred, if you think that Judge, fuck that guy. If you think that Judge Hippler is going to kick her out of the courtroom because she's, I think, catching on to what's going on behind the scenes. If you think Ann Taylor's going to get fired, leave a 1. If you think Ann Taylor is going to be allowed to remain in the courtroom, leave a number 2. I'm very curious to see what you guys think of. So, bye, guys. Thank you for joining me in the chat. I hope to see you guys soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.